Buen dia, Sarah Lingadish back once again. This is the Weekend Feels Energy Report from Madeira with Love. Guys, these are electrifying times we are living through, and we are really coming up to the climax of 2020 now. We are just about to enter eclipse season, our final eclipse season of the year, with one of our last eclipses of the year, November 30th, this Monday, okay, which is partial eclipse, lunar eclipse in Gemini, 8 degrees of Gemini, opposite the sun in Sagittarius. That's the first one. Then 2 weeks later, we have another eclipse in Sagittarius, and this one's a massive one. It's a total solar eclipse in Sagittarius, 23 degrees of Sagittarius. 23 is a degree that's been hit a lot this year. And then we have one of the biggest events of the year, astrologically speaking, energetically speaking, which is the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in 0 degrees Aquarius, moving into, furthering our journey into the age of Aquarius. That's a whole other thing. We'll look at that later. But these are electrifying times because we are really, really in deep preparation to birth our new lives, our new life, our new reality, our new path. We are ending massive cycles, massive cycles, like hundreds of years of cycles, thousands of years of cycles, 20-year cycles. These are massive cycles that are all ending around the same time, this December 2020. So the end of this year is going out with a bang. So what do we need to know at this moment to align ourselves with the energies that are happening right now? So eclipse season, eclipses are powerful portals that instigate great clarity and great transformation. And they allow you to see things that perhaps you weren't able to see in the past, okay? So this first lunar eclipse is particularly special. Another thing important to note is these eclipses are the first, we're now officially full on into an eclipse cycle with only the nodes of the moon in Gemini and Sagittarius, okay? The nodes of the moon are in 2 signs in axis for about 1.5 years. So we are, I'm not exactly sure how many months in, maybe 7 months into, 6 months, 7 months into this new axis, this mutable axis between Gemini and Sagittarius. And this is important to note because the eclipses align with the nodes of the moon. The nodes of the moon are points in the sky where the ecliptic of the sun and the moon cross, and they are always affected when we have an eclipse, okay? So the nodes of the moon are South Node, being in Sagittarius right now, is our past, our karmic, and our past ways of doing things. And because it's in Sagittarius, in the fire, mutable sign of Sagittarius, the archer, okay, we are releasing, that's our past, we are letting go of old paradigms of beliefs, of old limiting beliefs, and of rigid ideas that keep us locked in a certain closed-mindedness of thinking that you know everything and believing something so strictly that you're not able to open up to that curiosity. The opposite is our North Node collectively is in Gemini, okay? This is our future. This is what we are working on collectively. We are birthing a new collective future. And Gemini is an air sign, okay? Mutable air. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It's one of the fastest signs. It's very dynamic, exciting, electric, communication. It's very mental. It's very stimulated in the mental realms, okay? And it's all about communicating and communicating with this like childlike, curious wonder, wanting to explore, wanting to learn. And instead of, on the opposite lower end, Sag, thinking you know everything, Gemini wants to know more, wants to seek out more information, wants to find the truth. So Gemini energy is a very exciting, electric, childlike energy, however, can be dualistic, and the lower end is total misalignment with the two sides of self, so it can get into this twins behavior, yes, no, back and forth. So it can be very challenging on our nervous system. So this particular eclipse, full moon, so it's a full moon, okay, in Gemini, which is illuminating on an emotional level, because the moon represents our emotions, what's going on in our mental capacities, okay? So for this particular eclipse, just be aware that your mental may be very stimulated, because Mercury is the fastest moving planet, and Mercury wants to communicate and learn and go. It can be very electric. This weekend, I'm calling it electric clarity, okay? We're here to understand the electricity, the electric clarity that will be revealed to us at this time, during this weekend, into this eclipse, okay? So, what do we need to know? There's a couple big aspects happening at the exact same time, okay? So, where to begin? Very, very important. And this particularly, I love Neptune. Neptune is a gorgeous planet. Neptune, it stays in a sign for 14 years at a time. Neptune went into Pisces in 2012. It will stay until 2026. And Neptune is at home in Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces. So Neptune energy is very strong. Okay? Neptune rules magic, the higher realms, creativity, spiritual consciousness, evolution, okay? It's the higher form of spirituality, of awakening, of consciousness, okay? So Neptune being in Pisces is asking us collectively to evolve our consciousness. So all of us are going through some kind of a shift in our consciousness level, okay? Low energy Neptune is illusions, delusions, deceit, deceptions, addictions, escapism, okay? And lack of boundaries. So these are all major themes in our collective consciousness right now. And this Saturday, Neptune will be going direct. Neptune has been in retrograde for some time now, so it's going direct. So its effects will be felt even more strongly now. And it will be perfectly aspecting, squaring both of the nodes of the moon. So we're getting a near perfect mutable cross. Near perfect meaning North Node Gemini, South Node Sag, and in the middle we have Pisces. Okay, so which means Virgo is also affected because it's the opposite. So this full moon will be squared by Neptune, who will have just come out of retrograde. So Neptune's effect will be very powerful in this eclipse. So what does this mean? This means the potential for electric uncovering, the potential for incredible revelations, downloads, magic, spiritual ascension is so high. So if you are spending time connecting with yourself, connecting with the source, meditating, listening, tapping into your creativity, your psychic senses, your intuition, you could have a very beautiful experience. However, Neptune may also push you to revisit, because we are in a deep review as we are truly ending massive cycles. And these cycles are going into 2021, okay? January 13th, we have a new moon in Capricorn, which is another big ending because we'll be leaving that whole Capricorn intensity that has been a big theme of our 2020. So remember this transformation, this ending, this purging, this releasing, this clarity, understanding the deeper truth is continuing into 2020. And the reason this is happening is because we need to let go of the old. We need to let go of the old systems, okay? The old systems of control, power and control. That's been a major theme of this Capricorn intensity with 3 heavyweight planets together, has been the fall of the systems of power and control. So we are in the midst of a massive shift of paradigm, the patriarchy falling, systems of power and control falling, Neptune in Pisces being very present, so deceptions, deceit. Gemini rules the media, the communication. There's all kinds of polarity in our beliefs, in our understandings. We're all at odds. We don't understand. The information is so confusing. We've been in a bit of a hazy mess this year because of, well, many factors, but there's been some confusion, some disillusionment, and a lot of secrets, a lot of hidden things have been revealed and will continue to be revealed. And we need to tap into our own personal sense of power to listen and align to what is true. We are all letting go of rigid beliefs, okay? In the sense of religion. Sagittarius rules religion. And this is our past, okay? We've been very focused on rigid, dogmatic beliefs where we think that we know what is the right way. And this week I posted a little video from Leo King, who did this video years ago talking about his greatest fear being that in the future, the spiritual community would be like the religions of the past, where they would force everyone to conform into the doing the same thing, being the same thing, eating the same thing, all that stuff, which is what we are seeing right now. People are in a radical moment of wanting to share their truth, and people are fired up. Sagittarius is fire energy, and they want to say, this is the way to the future. You must do this. And people, we are letting go of this pattern. This has been the cycle of the history of humanity, forcing people to be all the same, do the same, believe the same, look the same, have the same. We're moving deeper and deeper into the age of Aquarius, which is unique, sovereign, self-truth, where each one of us will shine like one facet of a gorgeous diamond. We are all discovering our truth. What is your truth is not my truth. What is my truth is not your truth. And you have the power to know if you connect with the higher self. Okay? So this is a potent, powerful, exciting moment in time. And this is an exciting moment for the upgrading of our consciousness, our collective consciousness and individual consciousness. We are all on our own unique individual journeys to find our true path, our true centers. It's very, very exciting, okay? At the same time, people, we have a pretty big aspect, which is Venus. Venus is in Scorpio, of course. Venus just went into Scorpio and is perfectly opposing Uranus, the awakener, the great revolutionary, the great rebel in Taurus, okay? Uranus in Taurus for the next, I don't remember, 5 years is revolutionizing our physical reality, okay? Taurus, the physical, the material realms, okay? And that is happening. We are transforming our physical reality, and it will become more and more clear as we go along. Venus in Scorpio. Venus is not necessarily comfortable in Scorpio because Venus is at home in Taurus. It's opposite. So this is a tension dance. So Venus in Scorpio doesn't quite feel comfortable because Scorpio is very emotional, very intense, and seeks intensity and seeks out the shadows, the mysterious. And Venus just wants to be blissful in beautiful boa vida. So this dance between Venus and Scorpio and Uranus and in Taurus will perhaps reveal some sudden, shocking, exciting, out of the blue realizations about all things Venusian. So love, self-love, value, money, relationships, how we relate. Guys, we're having shocking revelations, electric revelations about relationships. Relationships are so present in this 2020 journey because we are completely transforming the way we relate. Okay, we have been in an old mode, a very old way of being where we have been playing specific roles. We are letting go, shedding, releasing, purging those old stories, those old ideas, those old desires that no longer serve our evolving consciousness as humanity, okay? So this is coming up. This could provoke extreme emotions. Guys, just be aware, eclipses could provoke extreme emotions. And whatever comes up, whatever is illuminated, whatever clarity becomes known to you, it's important to see it, honor it, and release it. It wants to be acknowledged. It wants to be integrated. It wants to be seen. It wants you to integrate it into your being so that you are not avoiding parts of yourself, so you are not denying, so you are not suppressing parts of yourself. Perhaps things that have been repressed will be surfacing to be looked at. Powerful moments of clarity, electric clarity, are all possible at this time. Very, very exciting, dynamic times. Also, the ruler of this full moon is Mercury, okay? Mercury rules Gemini, and Mercury is in Scorpio. So Mercury is digging, investigating, wants to know. Communications are more blunt. We want to be more direct. We want to get in there, see what's happening, speak our truth, okay? Dark side Scorpio can be quite obsessive, can get really fixated. So we need to be aware not to fixate too much, not to obsessively, because perhaps those with lots of Mercury or heavy Mercury energy may be very stimulated. So let's do whatever we need to help calm the nervous system. This eclipse could be potentially dynamic in the Gemini fashion. So, you know, whatever you do that makes you feel good, whatever makes you feel aligned, even meditating. Yesterday I was meditating and my mind was electric, and you just breathe through it and let it pass through you, and it will pass. All will pass. This too shall pass. Very exciting, dynamic times, guys, and I'm going to be sharing some more with you. What's really important to understand about this eclipse, people, is if you can, give yourself some time to process what's coming up for you, okay? If you know your natal chart, you can see what specific area of life Gemini Sag is hitting, and Pisces Virgo. So we have a lot of mutable happening. No worries. Whatever is being triggered, allow it, allow it, allow it, Allow it. Because whatever wants to be revealed, it's like we're going to get this dose of information, this download, this new understanding, this electric clarity. And then we're going to have this 2-week window of the eclipse portal, travessia. We're going to be travessar. We're going to be crossing over the threshold during these 2 weeks, okay, to the next eclipse. So during these 2 weeks, what are we going to do with that information? And again, this is deep review, deep visiting of the past. The past could be coming up in a big way. Review, release, acknowledge grief, sadness, anger, shame, guilt. Wash it through you, okay? We are not taking that with us into this new reality we're birthing. And we're all doing this work together, okay? Pulled a gorgeous message for us that is just perfect for this time, is trust. Trust. This is the Osho deck. It corresponds with the Knight of Cups. Trust in the process. Trust. Jump, open your heart with big trust. Trust in your process. Trust what is coming up for you is here to serve you, is here to help you. Whatever is coming up is not to take away from your experience. It's to make your experience richer, fuller, more beautiful. Open up, open your heart, open, trust, let go, jump. And another poignant message of this card, which is absolutely gorgeous, is your real treasure cannot be taken away. No one can take away what is yours. It's yours. You don't need to spend your time, your life, fearing what will be taken away from you. You do not need to worry about that. What you need to worry about is opening, releasing, allowing, preparing to receive. We're in a deep moment of preparing to receive, people. This cycle is really going to go into the beginning of 2021, okay? It's becoming clearer where we're headed, what we're doing. We're not entirely there. We're still processing. We're still developing. We're still understanding. We're still releasing. This is massive work, and we are all collectively evolving. No matter what stage of the process you're at, you are doing your part, okay? This card I pulled, the Hierophant, which I find quite interesting. This really relates to Sagittarius, the South Node, because the Hierophant represents systems. Specifically, it represents religious systems or belief systems. So I believe when I pulled this card, this was a reminder to explore and to really examine what systems, beliefs, do you actually believe, as opposed to following without questioning? What do you actually believe, okay? And what can you let go? This card is just a reminder. Oh, look, and there's electricity there. This eclipse has air, Gemini, and fire, Sagittarius. So there is electricity. There will be electricity in the air, potentially, or within. So it's all about letting go of beliefs that no longer serve us, allowing ourselves to process those deep feelings, those deep concepts, those deep old patterns, and then letting go and allowing ourselves to receive. You could receive beautiful, magical, inspirational, incredible blessings, cosmic downloads, cosmic expansion. So it's up to you. And guys, whatever happens, this eclipse and this eclipse portal will affect how this next eclipse, full solar eclipse in Sag, the past. Guys, so it's all about how do you want to walk into 2021? Do you want to walk in open, or do you want to carry those heavy bags? It's time to let the bags down. leave the bags behind. Guys, I'm sending you so much love. Wishing you a beautiful weekend to prepare for this incredible illumination on Monday. Do whatever you need. Take care of yourself. It's all about listening to what you need, okay? Sending you big love. Beijinhos, muito amor. Boa fim de semana. And I'll see you very soon. Ciao.